Matinee baseball from MLB Network. We're live at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. It's going to be fun marveling at two of the best in the game, and it's next on MLB Network. Luis Severino is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Thanks, Matty. Luis Severino, big arm, 97 to 100 miles an hour, bounce between the rotation and the bullpen. Good hard slider. His changeup's getting better. The true definition of an ace.
So digging in now, Mookie Betts. He will lead this one off today.
Right fielder, Mookie.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ball game. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. How do they go about taking down their division rival, Mark DeRosa?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
Previous history with Luis Severino. He's had success, 6 for 14. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And this is going to find its way into left for a one-out knock.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try to do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
Here's J.D. Martinez. He'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball one. Now a move over to first. Back in standing. 1-0 pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
In for strike two. The 1-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Benintendi leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. A ball and a strike. One and two to the Boston shortstop.
The count is 1 and 2.
Hit back up the middle. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Sox leave 1. Sox 0. Yankees coming up. You're watching MLB Network. Here's Brett Gardner now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Lifetime against Chris Sale. He's totaled 4 hits in 23 at-bats. Favorable call in there for a strike.
Hey, from a hitter's perspective, I don't mind that take right there. I know it's in the zone, but this is a hitter's yard. You want something bell high that you can get loose on.
And he had him set up perfectly there, as he's not even close to touching that pitch. And on 4 pitches, he becomes out number 1. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Dan Plesac, who you focused on?
Well, I think all opposing pitchers are going to have their hands full with Brett Gardner. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Giancarlo Stanton now. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Squared that one up just a little late.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's a .333 hitter. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. Digging in, Ian Kinsler. He'll get to take his first cuts here. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Well, there are the judges' chambers, and what a cool thing it's become here in the Bronx, and well-deserved for Aaron Judge, of course, with the way he exploded onto the scene as a rookie in 2017.
What a magical year 2017 was for Aaron Judge. The slogan, "All Rise," fit him perfectly. What's really cool about it was the Yankees weren't even sure he was going to make the team coming out of spring training. He emerged into the scene, was the talk of baseball going into the All-Star break. Finished that off with a powerhouse into the season. One of the best young players the game of baseball has seen in a long time. All rise, Aaron Judge.
A A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike three called, and a great pitch there to retire the... Standing in, Aaron Hicks. Lifetime against Chris Sale. He's a .348 batter. He's gone down on strikes 8 times as well. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. The 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Into the box now, Miguel Andujar, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And this one runs up high, ball 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. The 1-1 home is a fastball that misses.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. A fastball down near the shoe tops. High in the air out towards shallow right. Betts has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. So stepping in, Gary Sanchez, the American League's Silver Slugger behind the plate a year ago. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. And it's 0-2 to Sanchez.
Hey, that's another nice two-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
1-2 to the Yankees catcher. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, got him looking at the two-seamer, and that'll end it. 1, 2, 3, go. So striding in, Christian Vasquez. Previous history with Luis Severino. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Missed with a slider.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders. But now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. And a neck-high fastball that time.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
Line drive to center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox half of the inning. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Yeah, and after that one, it looks like the first run of the game could be coming pretty soon. He got a pitch that he liked, and he roped it to the outfield. Then he showed the speed necessary to make it all the way around to third.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Here's Mookie Betts looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. No balls and a strike to count. 0-1 pitch on its way. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Count remains at 0-2. Vasquez takes his lead at third with 1 away. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Here's the 3-2. He can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 0-2 the count to Benintendi.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Stepping up to the plate, Luke Voigt, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Seared down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Now at the plate, Gleyber Torres.
Number 25.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he lays off there, 1-0. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Popped up. Moreland shading to his right, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Here's Echeverria now. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
The 1-1. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Brett Gardner would be next. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Bradley is going to have room out there as he puts this. Stepping in and ready for another shot, J.D. Martinez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. 0-1 the count. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. And he lays off for ball 1. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
Wow, that's 4 straight Ks. He's knocking them down. He's looking for number 5 right here. You can tell this guy on the mound, he is pitching with a whole lot of confidence in this one.
ripped down the first base line. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Digging in, Mitch Moreland. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. No balls and a strike to count. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order, too.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball here misses low, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now, 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
Fouled off. Moreland is off at first with 2 away. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. Line toward right center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball at the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Hit to first. Scooped up, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Boston strands a couple. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Striding into the box, Brett Gardner back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Ambush tactics right there, but he didn't try and do too much. He stayed in there and just drove it back up the middle.
And there he goes towards second, and a step off, and he'll be run down between first and second, and a mental mistake that time as he's picked off for the first out. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and this is a foul ball. Boy, that was awfully close. And now let's hold on a second here. It looks like the umpires are going to converge, and there may be some question as to whether or not that was really a foul ball. You can see him pointing down the right field line, and I would not be a bit surprised if they decide to go inside to have a look at this, and indeed they will do that. Okay, the umpires have emerged from the dugout with the ruling, and it is going to remain a foul ball. So they had it right the first time, but if there's any doubt, go inside and get this thing right. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Giancarlo Stanton now. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Yankees. Through 4, still tied. Coming to the plate now, Christian Vasquez. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
A shot down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. So coming to the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
And Bradley swings and misses at that offering, and he's deep in the hole, 0-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Jackie Bradley Jr. becomes the second out here in inning number 5. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. One and one. The 1-1. Hit high in the air down the right field line. In there, a base hit. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
And that misses inside, 1-0. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Grounded down the third baseline. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Here's J.D. Martinez, and he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Yeah, and it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Strands a couple. Halfway home, still no score.
Leading off for the Yankees.
So striding forward now, Aaron Hicks, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. And there's one down now. Here's Miguel Andujar now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
The 2-0 on the way. Seared down the first baseline. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Andujar, the runner at second with 1 away. The next 0-2. Swing and a miss got him reaching. And he makes the throw to first. Sanchez is retired. 2 down now. Stepping into the box, Luke Voigt. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Sale sets. First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. In there, and it's 0-1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Hit hard but foul. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Ready for another shot now. Mitch Moreland. In there for strike 1. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Strike him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game. Next up for the Red Sox, Ian Kinsler, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. A ball and no strikes.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Kinsler ahead and a 2-0 count. The 2-0. A bouncer up the middle. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. He was in a position to wait for his pitch on 2-0, and he got it to keep the inning hot.
This is the cat and mouse of baseball right here. Batter versus pitcher. You fight so hard as an offensive player to get count leverage. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Check out the batting averages in those counts, and then check out the batting averages in even and behind counts with 2 strikes. 2-0, your eyes light up, and the batter didn't miss it. That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. They'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th.
Number 25.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike 3s and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
A ball and 2 strikes now. High in the air out to center field. Bradley is there. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's Echeverria now. First pitch on its way. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the 2nd out of the inning. Here's Brett Gardner now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Dribbled up the line. It rolls foul for strike 1.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Now the 1-1 pitch. is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate.
That's one of the hardest things to do in this game. You know he's sitting fastball. That ball starts to slide away from him. You have to have some serious strong hands and wrists not to commit right there.
Sale into the windup. Here's the 3-1. Pulled toward right center field. Betts has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So coming to the plate now, Christian Vasquez. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
The guy in the mound is having one heck of a night, but the downside of that, if you're going to strike out a lot of guys, your pitch count is going to be high. So this gives the offense some kind of hope as this game's getting down to the end.
First offering on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
One of the keys to pitching late in the games, first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Red Sox go. Here's big Aaron Judge. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody puts something together to try to score a run.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guys swinging first pitch.
No, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
And another snap throw to the bag. Runner back safely. From the belt, kicks and deals. High in the air out to center field. Bradley is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Into the box now, Aaron Hicks. Couple of ground outs on his batting line in 2 trips so far. Has a look, now the pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Oh, and that is right down the middle for strike 2. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. The 1-2. Good wood on it there, but foul, so they'll do it again. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Standing in, Miguel Andujar. He doubled his last time through. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
We're moving along into the later innings, and this guy's throwing over 60% of his first pitches for strikes. He'd like to do a little bit more.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here. Ready for another chance? Andrew Benintendi. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Sonny Gray is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Number 55, Sonny Gray.
Line drive to left. Gardner has him played perfectly as he puts it away for round number 1. Final line there for the Yankees starting pitcher, and he'll be very happy with how the day went. First pitch of the at-bat. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Career numbers against Sonny Gray. He's got a 3-for-7 line. He also has 1 home run. Gray ready with the 0-1. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will. Just to the right of the chalk. A fair ball. Around second now and headed for third. And he will make it in safely. It's a triple, and the go-ahead run is at third with only 1 away. Here's Xander Bogaerts now, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
David Robertson gets the ball as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th. Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
Well, this is a strikeout situation, but it's also a ground ball situation. I expect we'll see a lot of pitches down in the zone trying to prevent the hitter from getting the ball up in the air.
Swing and a fly ball. This ought to at least get the go-ahead run in. Catch is made in medium deep left center. Here comes the runner for the plate. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Now batting.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
And the pitcher got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Digging in once again, Gary Sanchez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Look out, 2-0 now.
What makes hitting so difficult is covering both sides of the plate, and that hard pitch right there that was inside makes it awfully tough now.
A swing and a high drive to right center field. And as Yankees fans here on television quite frequently, see ya! Solo shot to right center, and we are tied again.
As a hitter, that feels so good. The previous pitch ran in on him, trying to get him off the plate. But the next pitch, he mashes it out of here. Goes to show you, can't intimidate him.
Stepping in now, Luke Voigt. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Through first and hustling for second. And your go-ahead run is in at second base with nobody out. He's got himself a double.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one going for extra bases off the bat. Tyler Thornburg is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out. Gleyber Torres will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with the runner in scoring position and still nobody out. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a neck-high fastball that time.
This has to be a productive at-bat right here. I know you want to drive the run in and get the RBI, but you have to find a way, bare minimum, to move this runner over to third.
And this is fouled at the plate. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled off wide at first, but boy, that had some zip on it. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. One away. Here's Echeverria now. It's his job to get something into the outfield and give that go-ahead run a chance to score from second. From the stretch. Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0. Ball and a strike.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Betts giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out. Here's Brett Gardner now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Strike one to start the at-bat. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Hit in the air to center field. Bradley is there. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. But the Yankees are able to. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball in for a strike.
I'm going to chalk that one up to he didn't see it too well right there. To get such a late swing on an off-speed pitch, a good curveball right there to go down 0-2, he's got to regroup.
So the breaking ball locked him out there. Ian Kinsler becomes the first out of the inning. There's a strike. Lifetime numbers versus David Robertson. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Here's another 2-2. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Into the box, Christian Vasquez. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Torres will put this one away, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Red Sox. Score remains tied 1-1. Stepping up now, Aaron Judge. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge. The 1-2. Sliced hard on the ground. And this will find the seam into right field, and there's your possible winning run aboard on the leadoff single.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. Interesting here, this is where you play a little bit of manager. It's an AL game. Let's see if he employs a little National League style. Maybe ask the guy to bunt and move the runner up right here. I don't think so, though. American League, it's nasty. You're trying to drive something in a gap or over a wall.
And another throw over. And a dive, but he's back in there. Once more, a throw over. And a dive, but he's back. And again, a throw over. And the runner back. Here's the first pitch. Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike 1. Possible winning run aboard here. Nobody out. Runners off for second. Bunt attempt misses. The throw down. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
Not every catcher can make that throw, so that was pretty special. Benito Santiago made throwing from his knees famous when he was playing, but it's a really tough one to pull off. That's a long throw without any legs underneath you, so hats off to him on that one.
A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the second time this afternoon. Stepping into the box, Aaron Hicks. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Behind 0-2 now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Yanks held in check. Still tied 1 apiece. At the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. He'll be the one to lead it off here in the top of inning number 10.
Jackie Bradley Jr.
Comes set, and the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Here's Mookie Betts. Lifetime numbers versus David Robertson. He's 1 for 5. Down the 3rd baseline. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Judge is under it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. The 0-2 home, and he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, number 70 enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 70.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Miguel Andujar. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. 1-0 the count. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Love the approach right there to get on base with a leadoff knock to start the bottom of the 10th. They don't want this game to go any farther than this. They want to end it right now. Let's see how the manager plays this.
Gary Sanchez We'll stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. The 0-1 runs up and gets this one down. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time. So a big spot here, and stepping in, Luke Voigt, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. Here's the first pitch. Drilled left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. Throw will come into the infield, and the winning run will stop 90 feet away from home with nobody out.
Boy, Giro, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
Zach Britton will get a chance to really deliver off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with the bases loaded and nobody out. Lays off 1-0, and he has a great opportunity to win it here. Winning run at third base, nobody out. All on the ground to first. Can this be two? And he is out at the plate. So hold all tickets. We're not done yet. One big out here in the inning. Stepping in, Adeiny Echeverria. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Now this is lined into right center. He comes through. And they're going to walk off as winners. They've taken it here in extra innings.
Hey, this game looked like it was going to be one of those wild ones right from the beginning. But when you could win this thing in walk-off fashion, what a way to win a ball game. A walk-off win?
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was outstanding. Swing and miss stuff on the mound in this one, as evidenced by all the strikeouts he racked up. That's dominant pitching, and he really took control of this game.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1, the final score this afternoon. David Robertson gets the W on the mound. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
Our final line score this afternoon, first for the victorious Yankees, 2 runs.